Now let's take a look over the benchmark score which we have got for these three phones. Again, the benchmark figures are almost the same. There is a slight difference depending on what kind of conditions we actually ran this application on these three different devices, because they were running different applications in the background at times. So that is how the score is different, but you can assume that all these devices again have the same hardware, will give you almost the same performance. So we have got a score of 18232 on the Carbon Android One phone. We have got a score of 18146 on the Spice one, and on the Micromax one we have got a score of 18004. Again, don't get confused with these scores. All these scores actually mean the same thing because we have the same hardware. Let's take a look over the device information so that I can clearly tell you what kind of hardware is inside in these three phones. We have the MediaTek 6582 chipset on this device, 1.3 GHz quad-core processor it is. We have FWVG resolution, that is 480x854, 5 megapixel rear camera, and then we have again the phones are not rooted. We have 1 GB of RAM, approximately 963 MB of RAM is available. Available amount of RAM across all these phones is going to be around 500 MB, which is good enough to play different kind of games and other things. When it comes to GPU, we have Mali 400 MP GPU across all these devices, and we have ARM base 7 processor based architecture on this device, and the battery is also same. So battery is 1700 mAh across all these phones. I can show you the hardware later on. Let me just show you the hardware information over here on the Spice one. So we have the same configuration over here as well. KitKat version is 4.4.4 as we saw over here as well. So we have same KitKat 4.4.4, same hardware, everything remains the same. Mali 400 MP GPU, 480x854 resolution, 5 megapixel camera, and same goes for the Micromax Android One phone as well. We have same hardware information, 6582. When it comes to the RAM, I can show you that the RAM is also same on across all these phones. So we have 963 MB available out of 1 GB, and as of now 179 MB is free on this device, whereas slightly different scenarios over here because there are different applications running in the background. So in terms of hardware, all these devices are same, so there is no difference in that. That is why the overall performance in day-to-day usage, either in terms of multimedia or in terms of gaming, will remain the same. Let me just remove the back cover. I can show you the phone from the back side for all these three so that I can show you what kind of hardware we have. So we have the same chipset on all these three phones. We have the plastic back cover on all these three phones, although the Micromax and the Spice one has got a rubberized finish to it, but the Carbon one does not have it. And here we have the battery. The battery is the only thing with which you can actually recognize. Everything else remains the same. As you can see, there is the same design for the SIM card slot. Both of them will accept micro SIM over here, and on the Micromax one as well we have the same kind of design. The micro SD card slot is also same because the hardware chipset inside in all these three phones is same, and the battery is different, but again the rating of the battery is same, 1700 mAh, 1700 mAh, and 1700 mAh. So in terms of the design, everything remains the same. There is a slight difference in terms of the design of the loudspeaker on the Spice one. Again, Micromax and Android has the Micromax and the Spice Android One has the same kind of loudspeaker over there with the circular design over there, whereas there is a different kind of loudspeaker on the Carbon one. In terms of loudness, I will just compare these devices because I expect the Carbon to be different in terms of the loudness, and we will just show you that which one is the loudest out of all. So let me just do it. So again, battery can be removed from this one and put into this one. This one can go inside this one because the battery size is same. So but the back cover cannot be exchanged, so this is something which you can note. Back cover cannot be replaced with any of these three phones, but battery, in case you have a Micromax Android one, you can use the same battery over here on the Spice. You can use the same battery on the Carbon as well because the hardware chipset inside is same.